Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Third and 1.
Ready? 180. Watch the run. Watch the run. Ready?
Trying to power it ahead with 1. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
3rd and 1. Who are you going to call? Not the scat back. You go with the big man. Hand him the ball and let him get upfield and pick up a first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch 54. Here we go.
Cam fakes the give and keeps it. He'll get this to Edwards out of the backfield. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
From the gun, Newton. Complete to Washington. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Newton on 3rd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first.
And 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Run. 58. 20. 58 is the mic.
On first down, it's Newton. His throw incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. And it's 2nd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him.
On 2nd and 10, Newton. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Byron Jones. Jones breaking from the contact. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
No spacing. Move. Alert.
Now Roethlisberger. Throw caught here by Bird. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
180.
Yes, Mike. Hey, pick your game up.
Quarter.
58.
Hey.
58 to Mike.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Heavy on the edges.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Here we go. Set. 15 lining.
Check 24.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Going deep here for Parker. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. They frustrated these receivers tonight, really held down the passing game, but there got the penalty.
Fine line between aggressive, good coverage, and interference, and they crossed it on that play.
All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Let's go, D. We got to step it up.
Great.
Operating from the gun. Newton. Washington's got it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. And a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Throwing is Newton. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Eric Ebron. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point now by Boswell. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Man, if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. It was Joe Hayden, the former Pro Bowler, that came up to get him down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
A Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st down, here's Breida. And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Matt Breida with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Ready? Look at it.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Ready?
Express. Check the call. Check the call.
Let's go. Right there.
On 1st and 10, Newton. Got an open man. It's Washington. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Newton now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. From the gun, Newton. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Me too.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Newton. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. So now 1st and 10 as they crossed into Miami territory at the 43. To the air again, Newton. Ebron caught left side. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Newton will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Throwing again is Newton. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 7 yards the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, it's Edwards. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Gus Edwards, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and then, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Breida. He'll have another first down and more. It's a big play there for Miami. 58 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. This is Breida, and he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A shotgun snap for Newton. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Dolphins' 18-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Newton looking end zone, but it's incomplete. James Washington was the intended target, and that'll make it 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's Newton. This is caught and stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Out of the gun, Newton. His pass caught at the 4. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Eric Ebron with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Boswell for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown.
Next to score, Dolphins 41, Steelers 34.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. They run with Breda, and he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of